Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Konar Slayer. On today's episode, we're killing Ankou in the Stronghold Slayer dungeon. Now, if you've never seen one of these videos before, I'm going to go over the task how I would normally do it, but I'm still going to give you all the information so that you know how to do it based on what you have access to. All I want to say is that if you do end up enjoying the video, a like on it really helps out the channel and I would just immensely appreciate it. But before I waste any more of your time, we can just hop right into this one. I want to say right away that you're able to go with any combat style on this task. The only problem is with range and magic, there's not really a reliable safe spot down there. And if you're going to take magic, you're definitely not going to make money, so magic probably isn't worth it. Furthermore, Ankou opened up that classic debate of if you should use a Slayer helmet or a salve amulet on the task. I want to tell you guys I nerded out a little bit and I went through some DPS calculations with different setups. I'm going to give you the short answers though. If you wanted to go with range on this task, then using Elite Void gear with a salve amulet is going to be your best bet. If you were going to go with melee, then using a salve amulet is better than using a Slayer helmet. And if you can't decide between the two, I want to say that melee had the better numbers. Now despite all of that, Ankou are a very easy task. You definitely don't need to grind out or buy gear specifically for this one. I just wanted to give you guys some options if you had all of the items in your bank to choose between. If we take a look at our inventory, there's really not too much complicated in there either. If you want to bring a spec weapon with you, I'm going to have a Saradomin Godsword. Of course you guys know the Dragon Dagger is always a nice alternative. I'm also going to have some Divine Super Combat Potions. Might be a little bit overkill, but I just want this to be as fast as possible. I don't think I'm going to take a lot of damage. These lobsters are more so for healing the Divine Super Combat Potions when I take damage from them. Of course my combat stats are basically maxed, so if you are a lower level you might want to bring more food. Now for some of the drops from Ankou, we're going to have a seed box, an herb sack, a rune pouch, a gem bag. Honestly, you could probably get away without having any of these, but I have them so I might as well bring them. I'm going to have a bone crusher just for a little bit of prayer experience, and a house teleport to get out. If we take a look at the map, the Stronghold Slayer dungeon is right inside Tree Gnome Stronghold. I'm going to be taking a spirit tree to get there because it's cheap and it's super close. If you want to do something else, a Slayer ring is going to put you right outside the entrance. Once you actually go inside, the Ankou will be in this little section. Really the only thing of note is that once you enter, you don't want to take the southern path through the Aberrant Spectres unless you have a Slayer helmet because they'll deal a lot of damage. Alright, so we're down in the dungeon now. Let me show you how to set up the safe spot if you wanted to use range. So what you'd have to do is tag one of the Ankou, and then drag him this way. Once he goes past those rocks, you run into this tile, and then he'll be stuck right there and you can just shoot him with your bow. Alternatively, if you get him stuck real far back here, you can run this way, and then from this tile you can tag any that are over here. The only downside is that if one does wander too close to you, then it's going to start smacking you because they're all aggressive. So like I said, it's not really too reliable. That's going to do it though, so if you want to stick around to the end, we'll go over all the statistics, the money, the time spent. Just gotta watch the montage that's going to happen right now. And after a very quick 20 minutes, we are done with the Ankou task. If we look at our experience, it's actually slightly above average for single-way combat, although it was a little bit boring. If we take a look at all the loot we got, we ended up with 74k from everything I picked up. All we have to do is subtract that from the supply cost, and we ended up with 58k net income. Unfortunately, we didn't get any brimstone keys, but we at least got the hard glue scroll. So that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Remember, I have a whole playlist of over 40 different Konar Slayer monsters and areas if you want to check out some more of the videos. Other than that, I hope you guys have a very wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week for the next video.